Oh my god!
Kathy and Lori. Hey, Kathy, I actually had something to discuss with you if you don't mind. Hi, Lori, what's up? So, I've been meaning to talk to you about this for quite a while, but I could never find the right opportunity. But I think today I should let you know. Wow, this sounds serious. What is this about? Your clothes, Kathy. What about my clothes? They just sort of don't fit in with the image we have as a fashion magazine. I think I wear pretty decent clothes. I don't know about that. It looks pretty badly put together if you ask me. Where is this coming from exactly? It's just that, as a colleague, I'd want you to fit in with the others here, and you absolutely don't. Can you tell me exactly what's wrong? Because I feel that my clothes are completely fine. Well, they're always shabby for starters, and to be honest, they're not from big brands, are they? Not really. I sew my own clothes myself. Well, I would really appreciate it if you didn't do that. I'm sorry you don't like it, but I can't start shopping from big names randomly. My paycheck is limited. We earn the same amount, don't we? Yep, but you're also the daughter of rich parents, aren't you? I don't see what that has to do with this. Well, I do. I have to earn for myself, pay rent, buy groceries, the works. All of that requires money, which I won't be able to afford if I start buying expensive clothes. The least you could do is try and keep up with the standards of the company. Funnily enough, this is the first time I've ever had such a complaint. Has it now? Yeah. As a matter of fact, most of our colleagues have complimented me on my work outfits. They've even been pretty impressed by the fact that I actually sew them myself. Don't take their word for it. They're probably just being nice. Probably, but I think when her boss herself has complimented me, it might hold some value. Whatever it is, I would really appreciate it if you could stop wearing the kind of clothes you wear and switch to something better. I'm sorry. I don't think that's possible. Thank you so much for your concern, though. Let me get this straight. Are you trying to argue with me? I'm not arguing with you, Lori. Then what exactly are you trying to do here? I'm telling you quite frankly that I'm not going to change anything about my wardrobe just because you don't like it. But I'm your superior. You should be listening to me. How can you just say no to me like that? Huh? How exactly did you come to that conclusion? You're obviously not on the same level as me in the company. That much is clear. Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you an intern? For the time being, yes. But Dad has promised me that this is just going to be a temporary position and a formality to prepare me for bigger things. But right now, at this very moment, you're an intern, right? Right. I don't see what that has to do with whatever I'm talking to you about, though. Well, it does have a lot to do. For starters, I don't work for you, so I don't have to take orders from you. Secondly, I'm the editor's secretary, not yours, so you literally have no basis to tell me that you're my superior. What the heck? Have a good day. No, you simply cannot talk to me that way. Nobody speaks to me like that, and nobody says no to me. Oops, I guess I just did. You think just because you make your own clothes, you're better than me? I never said that at all. You're the one who approached me, trying to get me to change my outfits. Oh, come off it. I'm not dumb. You go around flaunting your clothes as if you're some runway expert. I have literally never done that. If you're insecure, just say that. This has nothing to do with me. I'm not insecure. Okay, look, I don't know what your problem is with me. I barely even know you, yet you're trying to pick a fight with me on purpose here. Like, what do you even want me to do? Apologize for my clothes? What do you want? I want you to stop wearing those tacky clothes. Simple. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I already explained my reasons earlier. I don't care. You're the reason why people never pay attention to my outfits. Do you even know how much my clothes cost? I'm really not interested in that. I probably pay you your salary twice over with just one of my pairs of shoes. But no, all people care about is how you sew your own clothes, as if that's interesting. None of that is my fault, though. This is a fashion magazine. You are supposed to be fashionable, which you are clearly not. Take my word for it, you won't last long here. That we'll see. You have no right to say that to me. I was being patient with you all this while, but there's a certain line that you just don't cross. Don't talk to me about how long I'll last at this job. You are nobody to speak to me like that. I am too. Like I said, I'm obviously richer than you, and I have a better taste in clothes too. Yeah, sure. I'm an intern right now, but you'll see how I get to the top soon. But you're always gonna be a lowly secretary. Wow, really? You're rich because of daddy's money, not because you've achieved something on your own. So please, get off your high horse. So what if I am? I'm still better than you in every aspect. It's a shame you're a poor secretary who can't even afford good clothes. You actually look decent, but oh well, not everyone is as lucky as me. Yes, I might just be a poor secretary, but at least I'm not a jealous and insecure loser who brags about her daddy's money. Insecure and jealous? Me? What are you? Deluded or something? It's pretty clear that that's what's happening here. You're just jealous that in spite of wearing much more expensive clothes, everyone prefers my handmade clothes to yours. That's just really sad for you, isn't it? You know, it's really brave of you to talk to me in this way. You are aware of the fact that my dad is a stakeholder and a very important source of revenue for the magazine, right? One word from me to my dad, and you'll be gone. Sure, go ahead. I had an offer from another magazine already, which I'm gonna accept. I was due for a promotion anyway. Another secretary job? You can't do better anyway, so just give up. That's none of your business. Goodbye, Lori. Nice knowing you. Kathy and Mandy. Hey, Mandy. I have thought about your offer and I would like to accept. I'm so excited about working with you. Oh my god, yay! You were our top choice and I'm so glad that you agreed to this. We're so excited to have you on board. The pleasure is all mine. Could you tell me a bit more about the position though? Yep, sure. So, like I said, you'll be working with us as a fashion consultant for the kind of stuff that we feature in our magazine, since we totally love the way you carried yourself. And the fact that you made all those clothes yourself, just insane. I know I'm gushing, but God, we just loved you. In fact, you'd be a perfect model for us too. Would you be okay with that? I don't know. I've always kind of been more comfortable behind the scenes. Modeling really hasn't been my thing, but I'm really excited about the fashion consultant position. Yeah, I totally get it. Anyway, you had the job already. We were just waiting for you to confirm from your end, and we're so glad that you did. I'm looking forward to working with you guys. This definitely sounds like a massive upgrade from my previous job. Oh, totally it is. I don't want to give away too much, but even the pay is much higher. And who knows, maybe someday you'll be leading this magazine too. Oh, I can only hope. But for now, this will do just fine. Hope to see you on Monday. See you, Kathy. 5 years later. Kathy and Lori. Hey, is this Lori? Hi, this is her. You applied for a job as a fashion writer at our magazine, didn't you? Yup. Who is this? This is your boss, Lori. I'm the editor of the magazine. Oh, hi. Well, I didn't know I was such a good candidate that I'd get a text from the editor herself. What's up? So, Lori, we've had a really good look at your resume, and it turns out that we started off working for the same magazine. Isn't that an interesting piece of information? Oh, really? That's amazing. I think I've got the job at this point. Which department were you in? I was the editor's secretary, in case you don't remember, Kathy. Sorry, no, that doesn't ring a bell. Although, to be fair, I worked there for just a few months because it was an internship to help me prepare for the future. Oh, that's a pity. Tell me, didn't your father help you get that internship? What? How do you know that? Just heard it from somewhere. What have you been up to since then? Oh, after that, my dad got me another job as a fashion writer in a bigger magazine. I worked there for a few years, but I got bored, so I took a year off. Now I'm back to working, and I thought that your magazine seems like a perfect fit for me. I'm really looking forward to working here, and the fact that we may just be ex-colleagues makes it so much more fun. Yes, but unfortunately, my dear Lori, you're absolutely not a perfect fit for our magazine. What? Yep, I don't think I want any spoiled and entitled daddy's princesses working for me. It just doesn't fit with my magazine's image since we're more about self-made women. What are you talking about? I'm self-made too. I did all my work myself. Really? You just told me that right from your first internship, your daddy has been getting you work. We like treating our work with respect and not just some hobby we can fall back on when we're bored. Plus, you don't expect the coworker you insulted years ago to hire you so happily, do you? When on earth did I insult you? You don't remember the woman who apparently stole your thunder by wearing hand-sewn clothes that earned way more compliments than your expensive and branded clothes? Funny. I thought you were jealous enough to remember me. Oh my god. You? Yup, me. Good to know you haven't changed a bit and are still as entitled and selfish as you first were. Look, I know we've had our differences in the past, but I'm sure we can put all that behind us. Come on, Kathy, be the bigger person. I have zero interest in being the bigger person, Lori. I never forgot the mean and unnecessary things you said to me just because you couldn't stand the thought of someone being poor, yet getting more attention than you. Okay, I know whatever I said was wrong, but I was immature back then. Cut me some slack, please. I really like this magazine and I would honestly love to work here. And don't you think I would be good for the quality of work? I'm really good at my job. You are absolutely not, my darling Lori. I don't know who told you that, but you are as incompetent as ever. Even as an intern, you never took your job seriously, and here, from your samples, I can clearly see that you never learned to do your job with sincerity and hard work. How am I supposed to consider you for our magazine when you're clearly a misfit here? Even if I kept my personal grudge aside, your quality of work just doesn't match our standards. You know what? It was fine until you'd kept it limited to your history of jealousy with me, but you have no right to talk about my work like that. Wait, what? Rewind a bit. My jealousy of you? Yeah, you were always jealous of my clothes. Face it, you just wanted to be as rich as me. Yeah, as if you were the jealous one who was picking on me because my clothes got more attention than yours, even though yours were more expensive. But you know what? I don't have to explain anything to you anymore. I'm just never going to hire you. And how do you plan on stopping me? I'm just going to get my dad to step in and get me the job. I don't care what you say. Nice try, but as the editor, I always get the last word on who gets hired and who doesn't. And you, sweetie, simply don't make the cut. Face it, you wouldn't amount to anything without your father helping you out at every little thing. How absolutely pathetic. I'm not about to take career advice from some secretary who got a job just because of her looks. It's not like you have any actual talent or anything. You're just a pretty face and nothing more. I'm a skilled fashion designer myself and the editor of one of the biggest fashion magazines in the country. But sure, it was my looks that got me the job. Don't worry, I get it. A clear case of sour grapes. No way! I'll get the job and you'll see it. And you know what? I'm going to come after your job. Everyone who works here knows what I bring to the table. Go ahead and try your little tricks. I'm not worried. You should be. You're going to regret picking a fight with me. That I can assure you of. As if I care. You're not good enough for my magazine, and that's final. Neither are you a good writer, and nor are you a good person. We don't need people like you here," says the person who is literally good for nothing. Sure, believe that you will. I'm done. Goodbye, Lori. Finally, the satisfaction of rejecting Lori was short-lived, since I soon received a call from an unknown number that demanded I hire Lori for the job, but I was pretty firm on my decision, and no amount of money or power would be able to sway me. Not only was Lori a pretty terrible person and low-key a bully, she was also a grossly incompetent worker. From my personal observations, she had always treated her job as optional, since she actually did have the option of falling back on her father's money, which reflected very clearly in her quality of work. When I refused firmly, her father seemed to be quite surprised, and after half a minute of silence, he began to yell threats and insults at me. And I was not surprised in the least, since it was clear where Lori inherited her horribly entitled attitude from. I didn't have any need to hear him barking at me though, so I hung up right in the middle of his tirade and put my phone on silent and just went back to work. But of course, that was not the end of the debacle. An hour later, my secretary came into my room, clearly frazzled by something, and let me know that there was a gentleman who was demanding to meet with me, and in spite of being told at least 15 times that he couldn't meet me without an appointment, he still barged into the office. I knew it was nobody other than Lori's father, and I didn't even bother to go out and check. Simply told my secretary to call security if he persisted. After that incident, several attempts were made to defame and pull down my magazine's name and reputation, but it was pretty pointless, since I decided to clarify everything in a piece that I myself published in my magazine, which went viral. Soon, everyone knew about how exactly the rich and mighty functioned, and how Lori ever managed to keep her jobs in spite of being a terrible worker. Ever since that piece was published, I've had no further attempts from the other end to malign my or my magazine's name. Truth be told, Lori's taunts about my situation had stayed with me, and in a way, even motivated me to work hard and do better. But now that I'm over it, I don't care what anyone says to me or about me, because I know what I'm capable of. I'm finally happy and content with how my job and my life has turned out.